Hello and welcome to this week's Tool of the Week. I'm joined here with the amazing Stephanie from Wordswag, and Stephanie is going to let us know why Wordswag is this week's Tool of the Week.
Yes, so I might be a little bit biased as I am with Wordswag, but Wordswag is actually my favorite tool for the quickest text over image design. Wordswag is probably the easiest to use text over image design app that's available today. Loads of fonts and different sort of color schemes that you can add over your images to quickly make something that shouts out, hey, I'm here, I'm unique, and yeah, it's just a pretty great tool.
Yeah, I mean, I've used Wordswag for years and I think it's amazing. I love the way you can just, when you've got some downtime or some spare time and you've got some ideas, just kind of get out your phone and you can design something that looks really good in seconds.
Really good, really
amazing.
Quick.
Awesome. So this is Stephanie from
Wordswag.
Yay!
Welcome back. I'm with Harry Hugo, co-founder of the Ghost Agency. Thanks for having us in, Harry.
No problem. Always welcome to be with you guys.
So you probably don't get this from the shop, but we're in Harry's new office overlooking Finsbury Square. It's pretty stunning, actually. So how long have you been in here?
I've been here 3 weeks. It feels like a lifetime already, though. It's a nice place to be. It's very quiet, amazing view at the top floor. It's also quite nice to be feeling like you're disrupting an industry already, because this is Bloomberg's old office. So in terms of disrupting corporates,
Out with the old,
in with the new. That's kind of what we're after. So yeah, exciting times ahead of him.
So I came and saw Harry probably about two and a half years ago. It doesn't sound like an awfully long time, but I think you were in Shoreditch High Street.
Yep.
And
in an office the size of my office now.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So talk to us about how you've gone from there to here.
Well, we've been 2 moves since then. So we did the Shoreditch High Street to Old Street move, and then Old Street back into Finsbury Square. We've never raised money, so that is an interesting dynamic when moving, because it costs so much to move in London.
Yeah.
Big deposits, so there's money held up. We've still got our old office, which is 3,000 square foot. This fits 50 people in it. That's still in Old Street empty, and that stress of having to move before the lease is out, having to tie up that cost, that's difficult. We've obviously grown since you last saw us from 12 to 80. Exponential growth, which is great, and that kind of sums up the market itself, let alone us. My co-founder Nick is now living in New York, and we've got a New York office, which is also incredibly exciting because it's a market we haven't really tried to get hold of until 2 months ago, and now even in the first 2 months we've done the same amount of revenue as we did in the first year in the UK. So we really see that as an opportunity, and the budgets out there are a completely different scale, and they're mature in the market.
Yeah, I was going to say,
about 18 months to 2 years in terms of understanding willingness to spend, willingness to test at scale. But it's a market that is moving incredibly quickly. We've gone from doing £5 campaigns to £1 million campaigns, and that change in approach and us being really, really aggressive on selling the media buy element of this is where we've come, and now 80 of us in London.
I think when I first came and spoke to you, I think your prestigious client was, I think you'd just done some stuff with Apple.
Yeah.
And you were working with Axis. But you've actually, I think, was it last month, you got the campaign for the ICC Cricket World Cup coming up?
We did, yeah, that was a really good one. We've always been huge sport fans here. Our heritage is in sports apps and sports companies. So when it comes to winning sports briefs, they're the most exciting for us. We got the Formula E was a big deal for us in November last year. We've done a season long of that, which was fantastic and so exciting and properly worldwide. So went to Uruguay, Hong Kong, Marrakesh, Mexico City, Santiago and Chile. It was an amazing year. And off the back of that success, we won the Cricket World Cup in England and Wales in 2019. Huge ballot, oversubscribed on the ballot last week, which is awesome, and we've done our job. And really going to push the culture side of the Cricket World Cup in England next year, which is a bit different to possibly what people expect from a campaign. But we're looking at the food, the cultures that are coming together, all these different things, and using influencers to amplify that message and also spread that word. So that's an exciting campaign. But other notable campaigns, obviously Apple we continue to work with.
So which has been your favourite over the last 12 months? Which has been the most exciting?
Formula E, not only was it a huge deal for us, so it's it's our second £1 million deal. It was in sport. It was properly worldwide. Real test first. So we signed the deal 3 weeks before the first race in Hong Kong. We had to do local language, local influencers. We had to get 15 on the ground. We had to fly someone else from Europe in. We had to take a team there. It's the first thing we'd ever done with a team in a different country on the ground at a race event we'd never been to. And did the whole season, 11 races. 12 races, 11 different countries.
So that must have been a massive learning curve from the first one through to
huge learning curve. Even little things like how many people would you take to an event? Like, how many directors do you need? Do you need to do the hospitality stuff? What time do you get up in the morning? Where do you go at night? Like, it's a complete head fuck, and you got even tiny things that you'd never think about as a founder of a small agency when you're starting up. It's like, what's our travel policy? Who goes business? Who goes premium economy? Who goes like what? Like
Who's
I've never.
with me?
Yeah, it makes no sense. Like, so these things you just never think about, and then it hits, and you're like, okay, this is the time when we need to set up policy. We need to set up a structure for international growth. So in terms of furthering our understanding and our business over the last 12 months, Formula E has been the most successful in doing so. But along the way, we've just signed Lidl as a big client. And they're spending multi-millions with us now, which is incredible. And they've become our biggest client, and they're doing some really cool stuff. And it's an education thing with them as well. Apple continue to be a big spender with us. We've really penetrated the alcohol market. We now work with every single Diageo brand and every single Pernod Ricard brand, and they're fantastic to work with.
Sports and alcohol now.
Alcohol is a huge element of what we do. And yeah, the lifestyle. New Look is still a big client of ours, which I think we just done the deal for when I last saw you for one of these.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a big part of what we care about is retention of big clients, not just doing that one hit and then it not working as well as we thought it would.
Do you find that with the business development now, you're slightly moving away from the having to educate? Is it now becoming a bit more?
I wish.
You wish. Yeah.
It's difficult. They now know they should. Doesn't mean they don't know anymore.
Yeah.
They just know they should. So the sell has to be softer. The sell for us now is how we're different to everyone else, rather than this is what you should do. They know they should do that. They just don't know what that means, which is fine. And I don't expect them to. They're not working in that industry, and we live and breathe it, so that's different. But it's no real different in terms of educating them how it should work versus what everyone else is trying to pitch in the industry, which is this is great for reach and engagement. Like, we don't care about that. We care about results. We care about sales. We care about driving video views. We care about things that matter to brands. So yeah, we're trying to re-educate them that influencers doesn't have to be a PR effort, but a media buy and a proper advertising channel, and that's the difference with where we are now versus where we were before.
That's good. That's great. And talking about the influencers, I mean, we went to somewhere in the city and had a great time listening to creators talking about how to work with brands and some of the things. I'm interested to get your take on, especially how you go about finding the right influencers or the right creators to work with the clients. So yeah, we've got a CRM that we built when we first started, when we realised that data was going to be everything in this market, and no one else really got that at the start. So we're way ahead on collecting the data. And when I say data, I don't mean average views and average engagement, number of again, that's useful, but really we care about, okay, when this person posts on Instagram stories with a swipe up at 7 PM on a Friday, they get this many clicks. That's what I care about. So we've collected all that data all the time. We've got thousands and thousands and thousands of people, of creators' data on our system. We use that data to optimize, we use that data to predict, and we guarantee results for clients. So it really matters to us what creators we use. We have a blacklist. We blacklist people if they don't perform, if they don't communicate correctly, if they don't treat themselves as a business even though they want to be treated as a business. Yeah. All sorts of little different things. I think people have really got to remember that
when you're dealing with influencer marketing, you're dealing with human beings, and this is the first digital marketing technique ever where it's a human-to-human marketing technique, and the reason it works so well is because it's human-to-human, but people massively fall down in the human-to-human mistakes. They don't empathise, they don't sympathise, they don't communicate in the right way, they don't pick up the phone, they, little things, and these things make a huge difference. They don't use the influencer's correct or preferred communication channel. That might be Instagram DMs.
Yeah.
Don't try and make them email. You're not going to hear back from them. They don't use their email account. Some do, some don't. You just need to adapt and you need to be incredibly flexible. And to find the right influencers is looking at what the brief is for the client, and then working our way backwards, looking at the data, what things we've done similar to that, what people are trying to achieve, be it clicks in the alcohol market. Okay, we use these people, they got that. We can then map those people to similar profiles and work out the delivery for what we need, and then we just build campaigns off the back of that.
So, I mean, you touched on it there. The different communications methods between a corporate and an influencer.
Yeah.
You finding that you're having to sort of smooth out some of those cracks? Is that a big?
Yeah, it's the biggest problem. Everyone, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of influencer platforms, and there's a lot of software out there for influencer, which is great, and it's great that people are trying to make developments in this industry. I truly believe that it cannot be automated yet.
Yeah.
That because of that human-to-human end-to-end point, putting a computer in the middle really screws it up, and you get the best from influencers when they're bought into it. And the only way to buy someone into something is if you talk to them about it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to sell Facebook ads on the reason they should promote you. But with an influencer, you need to have that. This is the perfect, okay, do you want to go to a Formula E? Okay, yeah, okay, you don't really want to travel to Saudi Arabia this year, but look how cool it'll be. Okay, you'll get to drive the car, that'd be great. Look at these different examples of people that drive the car when we've sent them to races. You get to be in a hospitality with Leonardo DiCaprio, that's cool. All these different things, you'll get treated like a celebrity on that race day. And they go, what? That sounds quite good. A computer can't fucking say that.
No.
So it's something that they have to learn, as the influencer industry needs to learn that we need to treat creators how they want to be treated. The creators need to understand that brands need to be treated like they are the guys who pay the money, because they are. And sometimes creators forget that. They forget where the money's coming from.
Yeah.
And then the guys in the middle, the people like us, the people that brokering deals, need to constantly look for value in the middle. So never use a creator if they don't provide value, which sounds so simple, but everyone's doing the opposite. Everyone's using people that don't provide value.
And how much emphasis should you place on at the very start? Making sure that there's a natural synergy there with interest.
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think it's difficult to understand. I think people fake that for money, and I think that's very difficult to filter out. But at the end of the day, you're only going to get the best from someone if they really care about what they're doing and they're enjoying what they're doing. So we've learned the hard way: put influencers up in the right hotels, put them in the best hotel you can possibly put them in for a foreign stay, because they'll wake up and they'll look around the room and go, "Oh, that's gonna be good."
I mean, one of the things I watched a couple of your videos and the team. I think there's one, "Let the creators create."
Yeah.
And I think that's really resonated with me. Do you want to expand on that point for us?
Yeah. So it's something, and this is part of the education piece for brands, and what has been for the last 3 years. It's like you want to choose all the influencers, and you want to choose him, but then you want to tell him how to create his content. You've kind of missed the point of choosing him. So you really like the stuff he does. So all you want really is to integrate your product in the best possible way into the stuff he does. That's what you want him to be holding a can of Coke in a travel vlog, whatever it is. Why are you then trying to write the script? Why do you think you're better than him at creating his content? It's just give them a bit of room. I get it. Give them guidelines, give them criteria, give them things they need to work within. But as soon as you become the executive producer on someone else's YouTube channel, when you've never made a YouTube video in your life, I just don't get that. Just don't get the disconnect there. So that's a massive education point for us. It's like, let the guys who have the audience tell you how to get to that audience in the best way. Then work together to make that as brand safe as possible. but not the other way around. Don't go, this is how it's going to be as brand safe as possible, and then we'll just try and fiddle it around to become kind of your style. It has to come your style, and then we can fit the brand.
Yeah, you'd hope if you actually get the right people in the first place, you know, that's less of an issue, I guess.
Totally agree. And again, it comes down to the creator. These guys sometimes they just want to create their own stuff, and whether the brand's in it or not, they're not that bothered. Yeah. Some people want to do the other way around. They just want the brand deal, they want the money, and then they'll do whatever it takes for that. And again, with us, it's about managing that relationship and understanding different people's MO, really, and what they're trying to achieve with being an influencer and creating the content.
So, I mean, you know, can't escape it. I mean, IGTV has been absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
In terms of news and...
It's been in the news. I think it's been everywhere on an industry standpoint.
Yeah.
Do you use it?
Well, I don't.
I don't. So what's the market?
But, you know, again, I saw Instagram brought out some of their top users, top creators. They're obviously going to be pushing this heavily for how long, who knows. Yeah. I mean, are you seeing any benefits for right now?
We've not done one deal on it yet. No one's asking for it. We can't sell it in, as in like we've tried. No one wants it. It's very difficult to get numbers. The only way to get numbers is through influencers, which is a positive for us, but even then, it's difficult. People want YouTube for long form content. I don't know, this vertical video thing, I agree with it, but I only really want to hold my phone for so long.
YouTube actually now going to start bringing vertical in.
Yeah, and I'm not convinced by that either. Because look at how many people watch YouTube on their desktop for proper long videos. So, I don't know, that's what I'm more interested in TikTok as a platform than Instagram TV.
What's exciting you about TikTok?
Well, it's the second biggest app in the world now. It's got 600 million monthly actives. That's ridiculous. It's got 200 million daily actives. That's more than Instagram. It's got a very, very targeted audience, 8 to 16.
Yeah.
It's fun, quick, simple, brilliant integration with music, which is something that brings loads of people together, and Instagram's tried, but again, they've kind of tucked that feature away. But you have to scroll left when you take a photo to get it, whereas naturally everyone scrolls right. So it's like a weird psychological thing.
Don't go against the tide.
Yeah, so I love TikTok. I think it's got a lot of scope. I think it needs the analytics. It needs to come in quickly. It needs consistent adoption, right? I think it needs to continue to hugely promote its best creators, which it's doing a great job of at the moment, and it needs to continue doing that. And it's the reason Vine got so big, but they just couldn't keep it going.
So, you know, even 12 months ago when it was Musical.ly, you were encouraging. You know, there was definitely value there for you.
Yeah, it is a platform that right now is the most undervalued platform on the planet, mainly because people don't realise how big it is. Like it's not that much bigger, not that much smaller than Facebook in terms of numbers.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you compare TikTok to Twitter, it's not even close. It's like 4 times the size. Like to compare TikTok to Snapchat, it's 6 times the size. I mean, this is a real opportunity for people to go in and find influencers, and these guys got millions and millions of followers.
Do you think it's probably because, you know, again, it's not mainstream press?
Yeah,
people just ignore
exactly.
it.
It's Chinese. That's the problem. Genuinely, I believe that's the problem. And so many of the success stories, the big success stories, are always US or UK.
And yet you've got Facebook and Google beating the door down for licenses.
Amazon, yeah. But these guys are, and it's all owned by ByteDance, who also own Douyin, which has got 500 million Chinese users. TikTok's the most downloaded app this year on any app store. Like this is an app that people need to look at. Yeah, I think that is genuinely my tip. Like there's value. These guys, creators with millions of followers on there, are charging hundreds, not tens of thousands, and you've got to switch on to that.
Yeah, totally.
You know, even if it's not converting as well as YouTube, I bet it's converting on cost per better than anything else because your cost is so much lower, and the creators want to do cool things with brands right now. I'm involved in it because my girlfriend's a huge creator on it. I'm one of the top 20 in the UK, and she's got incredibly fortunate that her timing has been right, and now it's massively growing. But she's got over 1 million followers, So I've been involved in it for a long time now. But I see huge value. I really do. And if they bring in analytics quickly in the next 6 months, they will kill it. They will really, really kill it, because as soon as you can prove the value of a view, of an engagement, of what the demographics are of that post, then there's no reason why any advertiser wouldn't use it in the same way as Facebook, Instagram, Google, whatever.
It gives something tangible then, doesn't it? You know,
yeah, and at the moment they haven't. That's the issue. So the potential dollars you can spend on that are much lower than anything else.
Are there any third parties that you can plug in to get the analytics, or is it it's just
it's completely closed? Completely closed. I hope they don't make the mistake in holding that analytics, thinking that it'll be a negative when they release the analytics and everyone finds out it's just young kids. Like, they've got to embrace that.
Yeah, well,
they've got to go like, this is what we are.
There, yeah.
This is what we are. If you want to spend money with us, great. You can't get a better demographic, because you can't get to these guys on Facebook. You can't get to them on Instagram. You can't, we've got 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds who all want to play with toys and DVDs and films. Like, there's a great opportunity.
So we play this game with all of our interviewees. I will describe in an excellent fashion either a brand, a product, or, as it turns out, even just a thing. You just guess as many as you can. If you're stuck, pass, and we'll move on to the next one. You've got 3 minutes to get as many as you can.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I think so, yeah. Let's go.
Right. Okay. So this is a cat food. It has a cat also has them on the side of its face.
Whiskers.
This is a vegetable, I think, that is used at Halloween.
Pumpkin.
If we were playing cricket, you would need something to hit the ball with.
Bat.
This is a coffee brand. They're everywhere. It's a coffee shop.
Starbucks.
Not Starbucks.
Pass.
This is a brand of cola.
Coke. Pepsi.
But it's not the full fat version.
Pepsi Max. Coke Zero.
It's the original. It's the original low calorie.
Oh, Diet Coke. Diet Pepsi.
Diet Pepsi, yeah. These are breakfast cereal, probably one of the oldest ones, probably pretty boring now.
Cornflakes.
That's it. This is the original internet messenger service.
Oh, MSN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a fast food chain, sell burgers. They don't have the clown as a mascot.
Burger King.
These are pasties that are often served in petrol stations.
Oh, Ginsters?
Yeah. There's too much time in petrol stations. This is a instrument used for measuring liquids. It is a jug.
I don't know.
Let's pass that one. So this is a chocolate bar. It's God, what is it? It's 2 layers.
Double decker.
Yes, nice. This is another messenger service. It's recently started to charge business users. I think it's owned by Facebook. You have groups on there.
Oh, WhatsApp.
Yeah. This is, you often see fishermen, people with bubble hats holding hot drinks in these.
In these.
Yeah, you can put you can put hot liquid in it. It keeps it.
A flask.
That's it. Yeah. Board game, London Streets.
Monopoly.
Yeah. A popular mobile phone app where you put birds into, you fire them into pigs. It's a game. Yeah.
Never played.
Good effort. It's good effort. Well, I can tell you, you're joint top of the leaderboard.
Oh, hey. Excellent.
But,
There's a lot of fast food stuff in there. It's good.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Is that your specialty area? Well, brilliant. Thanks for playing that.
No problem
Thank
at
you.
all. Thanks.